subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified of my latest uploads. Hey guys, and welcome back to Nesra Alpha 18. We are playing Darkest Falls mod. Now we're going to keep on going where we left off last episode, which means this is being recorded back to back with the previous one, which means I still haven't looked into irrigation, which I really need to do. I brought the bucket from the other base a few episodes back, so I used the bucket remember you just right click it and fills up the water, and also jars. That's why these working sinks are awesome. But yeah, I filled up all the water over here. We just need to figure out how to actually use this thing underground. And then with these over here, I have titanium blocks smelting in with all of them. This one over here doesn't have a crucible, and I forgot to make one last episode, so I'm making that now. This doesn't have these as well. I need to go buy those. It's actually going to help with crafting speed and all of that. Okay, and then I had to use some of the clay over here, and I also put this clay in so long because it's already a ton of brass. I had to use some of the clay over here, unfortunately, because we did need to make crucibles, and they used clay. So 2 in this one, 3 in that one over there, and yeah, these forges are cooking up nicely. Just see. Also, I needed to make myself a wire tool because all the tools are still at the other base, unfortunately. At least it was rather cheap to make, but still, it sucks that you have to waste resources and stuff like that. Okay, so ammo over there. We're going to drop this. For the next horde, we should actually have enough ammo to face the horde, but we just don't have a base yet. Come on, why am I stuck over here? Okay, so this episode, we're going to see how far we can get with the electric fence post and just setting up the whole base, and see how far we can get everything up to steel. If these arms can be titanium, guys, it's going to be awesome. Obviously, it's going to take super long to upgrade all of this to titanium, but if you manage to actually do that, make everything titanium, it just adds so much to the structural integrity. Remember, titanium is much stronger, so it carries more as well. It's a shame not all of these are dry yet. I'm going to forget about some of these concrete blocks that still need to be upgraded now. That's just how I am. Okay, so these blocks over here, we're going to put in so long. I just hope... Oh, wait. Before I do that, let's just quickly put these in over here. We don't want all of this weight to come crashing down. I think I'm going to put in... Oh, wow. That was a little bit off. I think I'm going to put in 3 of these. That should be enough to help with all the weights over here. So this over here. This is this, right? Yeah. With 3 arms over here, even if zombies come during the night, they shouldn't. I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but they shouldn't destroy these. And if they do, we just need to repair them as soon as possible, because I'm about to add weight there. And if there's too much weight, it's definitely going to come crashing down, and then we have a big issue. So this one over here. Right there. Remember, guys, always when adding these frames, remember, I'm putting in these frames now to help with the structural integrity, or just help with the weight. But you shouldn't always just start from the top like this. I just start from the top so I can more or less see where it's going to be on the ground. But if you go, for example, say you connect there first and you go to here, it might just be too weight and this whole thing comes crashing down. And I think that's just going to be such a bad experience, losing all those resources. Okay, so we do have our bike with us. It's around here somewhere. Let's just use this to cast some light over here, and then also we'll need to make spotlights soon as well. But I just need to figure out where I'm gonna put the spotlights, and also where am I gonna put the generator with the power for these electric fence posts. I could put a generator with each of these so they have their own generator, with like a switch, so every night it comes on. But then it's just gonna use an insane amount of gas, and getting there is gonna be a real pain to be able to get. Oh, okay, I can jump. But I want to actually add a wall or something over here so the zombies can't jump up here. But I'm going to have to figure this out because we need a power source over here, or power supply. I could make it all the way to there, but if crops vomit and they destroy the links over there, then these traps fail. So it's better for them to have their own generators on this side, say for example right in the middle over here somewhere, and just to have that on a timer. Unfortunately, this has to be steel, but that's a waste just now. Unfortunately, even if it's on a timer, we won't be able to have it on a switch like our last base. Like on Horde Night, you just flick a switch and then the power comes on, which means it's going to come on every single night, which means we won't be able to use this corridor. Although, we don't need it because we can just come up over here. So we shouldn't get shocked, but any zombies trying to get to us should get shocked. Only problem is, like I said, that's every single night that it's going to activate, which means it's going to use a ton of gas. It's going to be a little bit of a waste, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that for now. Okay, so these need to be... These could technically be wood, for those of you wondering. The only problem is I'm just afraid that there's a zombie or cop over here vomiting towards me. They see me somehow and they try and vomit over here. And they end up hitting the blocks and everything over here. So if all of this is reinforced steel or titanium, then the chance of the electric fence post over here failing is much, much lower. And that's what you want. You don't want it to fail too easily. So at the moment, we're placing all these frames underneath to help with all this weight. And as soon as we're done with all the wiring and stuff, and all of the arms are steel, and all of the blocks over here are steel, we should be able to take the stuff out underneath. I just really hope, I really hope it's going to hold. I might put some plates on this side over here so the zombies can still slide down. Look, they might just get a little bit stuck, but I want them to be able to fall through like that. I can't put a full block or another ramp over here, because then if I put a ramp, say for example I put a ramp over there, the zombie's just going to get stuck. So we need to make sure we reinforce these arms as much as possible, and as soon as they're titanium at least. I think, yeah, the whole thing over there needs to be steel or reinforced steel, and these arms need to be titanium. Then we can take the frames out. If not, guys, then this is going to come crashing down. Remember, at the moment, the blocks carrying the weight are these ramps over here, these wedges. The first wedges on every block over here. Because there's a block in between there, so technically it starts to hang from the second block, which means the first block is carrying the weight. So we need to get the block it's attached to, which helps this wedge, to titanium. The block underneath, it also helps to carry capacity. Just all of this over here, we need titanium. The sooner that happens, the better for us. We need to be able to protect ourselves over here. Because I wonder if I should make this an electric video, and then next time we do the stairs. Because if I do the stairs now, zombies are going to be able to come up and they're going to interfere with our work. And remember, we still need to place walls in over here. But I'm first waiting for the things to dry. You know what? I might just be able to do this. What I'm going to do is, we're first going to use the electric fence post over here. So we're going to put all the wiring in. Then I said I want to have this a half block. We could actually have that a half block, and then another block right over here. Or have this the full block, and then the half block supporting it from the back over here. Because then that half block is going to help these wedges carry as well. The more blocks are on this block over here, on this incline wedge, the better it's going to be for us. At the moment, for some of you, it might not make too much sense, but as soon as we start wiring it and I explain a little bit better, you'll start to see what I mean. I might also put a few of these incline arms, or these wedge tips arms up top. The more carry capacity we have, or the more arms carrying this thing, the better. We don't just want arms on the bottom, we'll want arms on the top as well to help carry all the weight. With that many arms, there's no way. Then we don't have to wait for titanium. We just need to have this wall in, the roof in, and then from the roof to this roof, connect more arms, and then just make sure all of that's steel, just basic steel that will carry all the weight. We just want this whole thing to carry. You don't want anything caving in. Remember that I thought that bike was a zombie just now. Okay, can I kill a few zombies without attracting too much attention to myself? Only thing is, as soon as you start firing shots over here, zombies do tend to start walking closer to you. And headshot. Sometimes the mouse is so inaccurate. I need to aim, and then with the keyboard go a little bit left or right to get the last shot in. And hopefully this is not a wandering horde. It doesn't seem to be. Hello. There's quite a few wandering zombies over here. Oh, you're not dead yet. Damn. That was a really tough zombie just now. Okay, so we're just waiting for those titanium blocks to finish, guys, and then we'll be able to get this the wedges on this side done as well. So if we can do all the wiring and the wedges of the central building over there today, oh man, that's going to be awesome progress. Remember, guys, depending on the mod or vanilla, I can't remember which one's which sometimes. Electric fence posts, their base need to be connected to something. As you guys know, I like turning mine sideways. Just quickly kill this zombie over here. Bam. Okay, I like turning my wedge or my electric fence post sideways. I don't know how many of you guys have actually experienced this problem. Sometimes if you put two down, like so, and you connect them, the wire is supposed to run from this one to this one. But sometimes it bugs out and the wire goes from the top to the bottom, and then it glitches through the block and some zombies don't shock. So what I always like doing, as those of you that have watched my channel in the past know, is I put them on their sides. And then that way, even if it goes to the base or the head, doesn't matter where the wire is, it should still work. So if I use this for example, let's just do that. We're going to copy rotation. As soon as I have the other side in, I'll be able to show it better. But basically this way, doesn't matter where it's connected to the head or the base, it's still on the same level. So the wire will never glitch out and not shock a zombie. Even if the wire technically glitches out because it's going skew, you won't even notice it, because of the fact that it's pointing in the same direction the line is going. Okay, so let's just put in all these electric fence posts while we're on the side. At least this isn't too much weight at the moment because we have those blocks underneath. I should actually be upgrading all those blocks to wood. Not just put the wood frames down because the wood frames are so vulnerable. But wooden blocks take a little bit longer to break. Okay, so put these last ones in over here. And there. Okay. So that side's done. Now we just need to do this side. It looks like a porcupine. Like needle and thread and stuff. I've actually seen my mother use these things so many times in real life. It actually looks like needle and thread. One of those things you can put stick all the needles into. Okay, so turn that. Turn that. Turn it to me. I love being able to have them in rotation. If not, it actually bothers me for some reason. I mean, it doesn't have to show the same direction the head. Also, guys, remember, from one head to the other head, it can only stretch 12 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It could have actually gone 2 blocks further out. Okay, I thought... So I miscalculated then. Okay, technically, guys, that means this arm could have been 1 block longer. Just to make sure the explosions don't get these blocks. But it seems it doesn't need to be, or rather, it seems it's too short at the moment. It could have been 1 block longer. Remember, you want to have it as far apart as possible, so if there's explosions and stuff, it doesn't get caught in the crossfire. That zombie died. I love this gun. It's so quiet, zombies can't hear me, but it does kill zombies quite fast. Okay, we're going to have this one in. Let's just quickly put these on this side and over here. Also, guys, I think I'm going to take a break from streaming soon as well. Just for a little bit until Alpha 19 comes, so I can just relax a little bit as well, because I actually have a real bad problem with anxiety and stress and stuff, and especially with this whole lockdown, it's been like super bad. I have trouble breathing, sleeping, eating, all that stuff, so I should have actually gone to a psychiatrist way back. My mother actually offered to pay. That's how bad my stress and depression and stuff sometimes gets. But yeah, I think after this weekend stream where I'm streaming Where's UK episodes 7 and 8, after these 2 streams, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break from streaming, but the episodes themselves will continue. I just realized this is a little bit different than the Where's UK mod. In the Where's UK mod, I had 4 layers. These are only 3, so now I need to make a decision on how I'm going to wire this. Remember, you don't want to daisy chain these. You're going to have wire relays on top, and then those are going to be connected to the wires, and then those wires are going to be sent out. So now I need to decide, am I going to do it the 3 over there, I want to shoot out that way, the next 3 this way, or do I want to have it different ways? I think in different directions it works best. The reason for that being, what I mean by this is, do I want the current to flow from right to left for all 3, or do I want it right, left, right, left, right, left for all of them? I think the second part, the right, left is going to work better, because if one side fails, then there's a whole block worth of electric fence posts or electric wires that don't work. But if the one side fails, then at least the other side that's coming to that side still works, if that makes sense. As soon as we have everything wired up, you guys will know what I mean. Okay, so let's just quickly get some wire relays. I think we should actually get all the wiring done this episode. I should really try. Oh wow, why did I take damage? I landed on the hay bale right there. Okay, so we're going to grab all the electric fan, or rather the relays over here. The timer relays as well, and then we need 1 more generator. We actually need 2 more generators, because we need 1 for the lights for us and then 1 for the outsides. Okay, so let's see. Generator bank is forged iron, electrical parts, and mechanical parts. That is right there. Mechanical, electrical, and the only reason I have to go back to the wasteland is to get some gunpowder and stuff. Although I can make my own at the moment, or should be able to make my own. The only real reason to go there is the gunpowder. Where's the generator? Generator. There you go. Okay, so we're going to do this. Stop those. Scrap that. And then the side's also going to be crafting. Just going to be a little bit faster. So generator bank. Put all this brass with the brass over here. And then these blocks should be done. So I should be able to use them around about now. Let's just put that over there and make some casings. Okay, everything's actually flowing quite swimmingly. So we're going to grab some of these blocks. Make more blocks. Nice. That's 8 right there. Basically, the amount I'm taking out right now is the amount that I'm going to be cooking in now. So I just took 11 out there, and I'm putting 11 back in. So after I do all of this, I'll be able to see exactly how many more I can expect from this 1 round. So, oh, I need the crucible. Are the crucibles done yet? Yes. Okay, cool. I should have had these crucibles way long time ago. That's still 5 minutes on that one, but we can at least, for this one, put in a crucible. Unfortunately, it's going to craft slow because it doesn't have the anvil over here. I should actually make anvils. You know what? Where's the iron's being cooked into these, right? If I put some of the clay from this one. Let's take half of that, do that, split that. And soon I'll need to really pay attention to that a bit more. Okay, so we're just going to do this. So we can get a few anvils out. We need 5, so this crafts faster. At the moment, it's going to take 36 minutes. But it should take 40% faster or something with the anvil in there. The anvil actually makes it go a lot faster. Okay, that goes in there. That goes in there. Even the casings over here are smelting or crafting so slowly because it doesn't have an anvil over here. So if I can, with this one's resources over here, just make 5 anvils. That's really going to come in handy for us later. But basically, guys, that's 43 blocks of titanium right there, which is going to come in real handy for us at the moment. The generators are done as well, so let's quickly grab them. The more I can set up this episode, the better. The more I can do per episode. Remember, the episodes are now shorter, so more of you can view it because you were complaining about the length of the video as well. Look, all of you would love long episodes, but even though you would love those episodes, you can't watch them because of data and time restrictions. Which makes sense. I don't mind making it shorter for you guys so all of you can enjoy it. Let me just quickly get this zombie. Bam! Headshot. Okay, so we're gonna have to have more of these in over here. So we're able to place some electric wires over here. I wonder if I should put the generator on top. The only problem is if a vulture destroys that generator for some reason, we're gonna have a big issue. So the hallway is gonna be 3 high. Yeah, it's going to be the same as this house over here. It doesn't need to be too tall. The higher it is, the more zombies can stack on top of each other, and that's what you don't want. Although it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's go for 4 high. Let's go for 5 high. The 5th one's going to be the roof. So that's going to be the inside. Yeah, inside and then roof there, which means I could technically put more electric fence posts if I wanted to, but that's just going to be a waste of power at the moment. And then this is going to be the roof. So now the roof over here is going to be connected to the roof over there, and there's going to be those arms in between, which should help with the carry capacity or the just carrying, basically. So we're going to put these in over here. And I love my jumping ability. The speed at which I move now because of those demonic boosts and my jumping ability is awesome. I just wish I could play this game in Ultra. At the moment, all the settings are basically on low except for texture and all that. That's why the blocks look awesome, but the grass doesn't spawn, the trees bug out like that when I'm moving around. And that actually also causes lag sometimes, even though it's supposed to help me out since I have everything on low. Okay, let's quickly get these to reinforced. For those of you wondering, I think I am going to make a video on structural integrity. Steel can basically hold 15 or 16 blocks to its side. The furthest a block can go from one block to another is 15, but the max a block can carry is 16. So basically go 15 out and 1 up. Then it's carrying 16 blocks, but it's only 15 out. Let's just see if I can take care of you without making too much noise. But yeah, if I do, we only need to make this steel, guys. We don't have to make it titanium. Obviously, this will need to be a titanium. I want to make these arms titanium, and the walls need to be titanium, just for explosions. We don't want zombies exploding or vomiting over here, destroying and wrecking everything. All our hard work down the drain just because of all the cops. Basically, the only reason the other base failed so many times was because of the demolishers and then the cop vomit. The cops exploding also did a little bit of damage, but mostly from demolishers and the vomit from those cops. It's like they're chucking nukes at me or something. Okay, so over here, we quickly need to actually combine all of this. Okay, this is the middle. Let's put the generators on each side in the middle. Oh, we can actually put these blocks first. Since we have the blocks, why not? Just get them out of our inventory quickly. So we're going to do this. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's corner is already in. Did I not put the corner in over here? That is so weird. I didn't do it on this side either. Okay, the corners need to go into those over there so it's easier to work with. But since these are over here, the corners already, it's just way easier doing this side first. So I am going to run out of blocks, but at least we are crafting a ton more. Remember, we're going 4 blocks high now. Ooh, that was almost a mistake. I'm so lucky I needed to place 2 around like this anyways. So that block doesn't matter. Imagine having to destroy that block now. That's such a waste. Especially since these blocks are so expensive. Do I hear zombies? I thought I just heard a ton of footsteps. Oh, they gave me a fright. But yeah, those... Nice. It's actually coming along quite nicely. With the next batch of titanium, we should be able to finish this and go around 2 blocks. Then we just need to add the wedges and we're done. And then this side of here, no, this is bothering me. Let's just do this. Go for the sharp point. Like so. I should actually also get the other side quickly. Wait, which side is rotating to right now? There you go. I don't want to make mistakes and waste blocks. Okay, and then the other shape we need to go for is the thick one over here for the corners. So at least this corner is in as well. Now we know these are in the right spot. But this also means there can be another row of titanium blocks right here. So it's nice having all of those in and you know exactly where everything goes. Okay, so we're going to put these up there. We're going to have our wire tool. The electric relay, we need more space. Okay, wire tool, electric relay, we need timer relay, and then the generators. So for now, we're just going to place 2 generators, later the rest. We're going to put this one over here. This is the middle block, right? Damn, I keep sliding. Okay, we're going to put this one here, and we can put a timer relay right next to that. Same on this side. I'm going to put the generator right in the middle over here, and the timer relay on that side. Now we just need to set these timer relays to start at 10 o'clock at night. The lag is going to be a little bit bad since it's starting when the Horde Night starts. Remember, when a ton of zombies spawn in, it causes lag to the game, whether you're playing single player or not. I wonder if I should keep this until 4:30. Only problem is if there's loot bags up here, I won't be able to get those until 4:30. Let's make it 4. Unfortunately, whatever zombies remain then, like they're not dead by that time yet, are going to be faster because the electric fence posts aren't going to slow them down. Which for us is a really bad thing. Okay, but we need to be able to get to any bags if the zombies are not there anymore. Okay, we're going to put those over there. We're going to connect this to that. And now we need more battery, or more engines. Remember, I didn't actually grab a ton of engines from the other base because why would I need so many? Now I have 3 generators, so I need 18 of those engines. Which means next episode we might have to go back to the base and grab a ton more stuff. And there's still these big quests and stuff on the map that we need to do. Just look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, right next to each other. If I can do all those quests, it's going to give me a ton of coin as well. So I'll be able to buy more ammo and stuff for the hordes. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, the only good thing about doing it the whole one row or column at a time to a certain direction is it's going to help with the wiring right now, because the wiring is going to be tricky. Especially since it's an uneven number like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 13. I thought so. If there were 4 rows, it would make this much easier. But my OCD is going to suffer right now. Each relay can hold 6 electric fence posts. So what we're going to do is above the one... Okay, so that one's going to deal with these 3 and these 3. So I'll put it on over this one. This one over here is going to deal with this one and this column over here, so that one goes there. So at least I'm not seeing inside, which it's not going to bother me that much. Usually when it's offset like that, it really bothers me. Okay, so we just need to keep this pattern. So it's this one and... Wait. This one and this one, but now that relay is in the way. Which means I'm just going to have to put this here for now. And remember that it's supposed to do these. Unfortunately, the generator and the other relay is in the way right now. So we're going to do this. Let's just connect them to these on this side. So the really hard part is aiming from here and switching and aiming there. But if I can at least get these connections done now, then it'll be easier later to connect all the rest of the electric traps over here. Remember guys, a relay like this can only take in one connection. So any one component can only take in one line. But that one component can then send out about 7 or 9 lines. So from the generator to a relay, that's the relay accepts that current. And then that relay can send out to 9 different or 7 different components. And then those components to 7 more. It's like a pyramid scheme. The thing that's being connected to is the very top of the pyramid and then it branches out. Or like a family tree, you can also say. That's 3. This one over here to these 3. It's been such a long time since I've actually made a how-to video. I'm just going to have to go sit and first plan out what I want to say, how I want to say it. Because for example now, I think I'm confusing a few of you guys. In the Where's UK mod live stream where I did the wiring, I was a little bit more coherent. So it was easier to understand what I meant by stuff. Okay, so let's just do this. I'm just quickly going to wire some of these guys, and then you'll see the end product. So we do this. Okay, so these Christmas tree like things are now done. The only problem is this last one. Just quickly put this side in. That's going to be connected to these three over here. Now guys, you will notice that on each side I skipped a column. And the reason for that is simple. I'm going to show you guys this now. So the current is going to be flowing from that relay. Let's just get the timer relay quickly. So it's going to go from the generator to the timer relay. From the timer relay to these relays over here. And then don't go from relay to relay. You don't want a daisy chain, because if this relay fails, then that relay is not going to work. Obviously, it works the same with the timer relay. The timer relay, if that fails, everything fails. But it's just easier this way. You don't want to daisy chain anything. So the timer relay is going to be the most important thing. And then secondly, the other relay is going to be the most important. Because if this relay fails, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electric lines over here fail. If that timer relay fails, this whole side fails. At least it's next to the generator. I'm going to put plates here, not iron bars, so that should protect a little bit more. Okay, so the current is going to the timer relay, so timer relay to this one. That side's going to use more gas, unfortunately, because of that one extra block over there. It's just because this is an uneven number. If this was an even number, it would work out a little bit better, I think. So timer relay again to this one, from that one to that one. Okay, now, for those of you that don't know electricity that well, if a component is already accepting a line, it can't accept another. Remember, each component can only accept one incoming stream, incoming current. So if I were to go, for example, from this one right now, you see the current's flowing. Actually, you have to have the wire tool to see these lines are going left. So that's the way that the current is flowing, which means from this one to this one over here, there's now a current flowing. Remember, this blue means it's an electric line. That yellow over there is electricity just powering everything. And then this blue means this is an active line. Or this is the line that's actually going to shock people. Do not daisy chain your electric fence posts. If the very first one fails, your whole design fails. Daisy chaining is connecting each component to the next component. You only want to have a few important components that you really guard, and then from there power everything else. Now what I was saying about only accepting one current, if I were to go from this one to that one over there, look what's going to happen to that incoming stream there. If I connect that, that stream disappears. So now it's not accepting power from that anymore, it's accepting power from this side. And you don't want that happening. So if you don't want a line over there, just left click on it. And it takes the connection away, and then you just re-add it over there. You could always just, without left clicking, just add this line in again, and it will take the other line away. But just to avoid any errors or bugs or stuff, that's how I do it. Left click to make sure it's safe, and then you place the rest of the lines in. See, so each side to a side is going to be each column. I want to say row, but it's not really a row. From top to bottom to that side is going to come from one direction. So as you guys can see, the current's flowing from the right to the left for all three lines. And then for the next three lines, it's going to go the opposite direction. This way, if a side fails, every second block will at least still have electricity. And that's what you want. If a side gets like bombed or vomited on or destroyed by whatever, then you know at least the electric fence post will still shock. So if the right side, for example, fails, then the current, or for example, that thing over there fails, then this block over here won't have any more three lines shocking anything, but this block will have still three lines. Unless obviously the rest of the stuff on the side gets broken, and then you have a little bit of a problem. Each side does have to have something that's accepting the current. Okay, let's just quickly combine the rest of these. The sooner we have these connected, the better, because this is the boring part, guys. During my live stream, I actually stopped the stream quickly, or just paused it, and I went into desktop and played some music. So just to get over that boring part, because I mean, you can imagine just clicking, clicking, clicking. And it's so hard sometimes to actually aim on that little bit of head there, clicking. It can be so boring. So I had to use music. It took me like 5 to 10 minutes to wire that whole side, or that whole defense over there. Which actually it took longer than it's taking me now. This is actually going way faster because this is a little bit more, it looks a little bit more messy than the other one. You'll see if I do a how-to video, the how-to video's thumbnail will be my Where's UK mod design. Just to show how intricate it can be. But yeah, and that one I actually had a little bit better aligned. Now what you could do, if you have wires inside your base, so you're connecting electrical appliances like lights or whatever inside your base, and you don't want to see lines. Remember, obviously this blue line is here because it's between two electric fence posts. and that shocks. If you were, for example, to daisy chain from there to give that one power, that would also shock you if you walk there. But yeah, anyways, if you don't want to see these yellow lines or just basic lines hanging through your building, there are junction boxes that you could use. It's basically like a relay, except it doesn't have any lines. It's invisible lines. So it's technically the lines are still there, the components still get power, but you don't see any ugly lines like this. I need to start designing my bases that way. At least over here with electricity, I don't mind it being a little bit messy, because this isn't going to be blocked off and we're not going to be able to see anything in there anyways. I'm going to put plates over here on this arm, so we're still able to climb in here sometimes and just do a little bit of repairs. I should actually raise the roof a little bit more just to make sure we can actually get in there. Because you want to be sure that you can get in there, and if anything has taken damage, you can just replace it or repair it. Now the problem obviously for us is going to be, if I put plates in here, guys, and one side fails, we're going to have to break down the wall to be able to see this. Because as you guys can see, I can see that side, I can see this side, that's why I can connect it. Also, there's a limit to how far you, like I said, it's 12 blocks. If I stand like this, yeah, it has to go from the side. I can connect all the way to there. But if I go like this, and I move too far away from where I clicked just now, you'll see this line turns red, and then doesn't want to go anymore. So technically, it's saying now I can't connect this. It's too far away. But if you stand a little bit closer, it turns black. You can still go that little bit extra. So that's why I say the max length these can stretch is 12. So a little bit, 13 defense, because I have used, if you guys have followed my channel for a while, you know that I also used a spider net defense. Basically, it's doing this curtain over here, but in the floor, so zombies walking to the base get shocked. It's been a while since I've actually done that defense. I really want to try that again. It's been a really long time. But yeah, you can actually make a spider net on the ground so they shock their feet as they walk to your base. Then you don't have to use these wedge chips and they get stuck and you can shoot them. I actually have quite a few old Let's Plays and stuff where I use that defense, especially in Alpha 16. So if you guys are curious to see what I mean by that, just go to my Alpha 16 playlist and check those defenses out. Those were some of my best defenses ever, and it didn't rely on any wedge tips or inclines or anything that made the zombie slide. It was just a pure brute strength base with turrets and electric fences and stuff like that. Unfortunately, in Darkness Falls, the zombies are just too tough. The turrets won't do enough damage, and also will make the demolishers explode. And yeah, you want to use these wedge tips so you can have time picking all the zombies off. Okay, now as soon as this is up, now we just need to add power to the generator over there. But these are all up now. So now what we can do is actually start putting this wall in. But remember, I said we're first going to use a normal wall. Let's just do this. So I'm only going to go for 2 wide over here instead of 2.5, 1.5 for a total of 3. This is just going to allow, so if there's explosions, the thicker this wall is, the better. I might as well just also make full blocks on the side over here. If I can make this whole thing just an extension of this building, that'll also work. Only problem is I don't want it, too many blocks over here, because then zombies might be able to break through those blocks and get to these electric fence posts. If I have these arms, at least they can still fall through, and they can't get to my fence posts at all. Also guys, even though this defense in and of itself is already OP, because all these wires are going to be slowing down zombies, what you could also do, and what I usually do, is place some barbed fences in the corridor over here. Now the mistake I made with the Where's UK mod is I actually placed way too many. Like I went on the bottom block, second block, and third block. And the problem with that is if all those barbed fences are in the way, or spikes, you can't see the zombies. And sometimes they run on top of that. Even if they're slowed down, they run on top of that to get you instead of running through them. So just the bottom layer over here, or for the demons, the third layer over there so their heads get stuck. Put some barbed fences, and then the rest of the zombies get shocked and slow down. The barbed fences just made them slow down even more and take more damage from the electric fence posts. Also, I think there's a skill that makes you get the XP for the kills from electric traps. So you might want to max that out as much as possible. I don't know if it's also for vanilla. But the more you max that out, the better. It's just going to help you way more. Because then even if a zombie dies from electric fences, not yourself, then you know at least it works. Also, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be using rockets and stuff. I'm just afraid if a rocket explodes over here, it might just destroy it. So if a zombie, for example, gets all the way through, and they're standing there, then I might just use the rocket. But I'm just afraid that the explosion damage from that, even a demolisher, if it explodes in this tunnel, I'm screwed. But if it explodes down there, then I'm not that worried at all. Yeah, if you guys like this episode, please like and share with your friends. Any comments or tips or feedback? What do you guys think about this episode and the wiring over here? Do you understand the wiring? Do you want to see me do a how-to video where I go in depth on how to do wiring? Let me know down below. And if you guys are new to this channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button for more of this content. See you guys next time.